Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and I'm out on another walk. And today I'm on the South Downs on a very grim and miserable day. There's a sign just here that tells you some directions: River Arun, 7.5 miles, and the River Ada, 6.5 miles. And I'm at the point of the South Downs Way, which is the walk I'm just going to do, where the A24 just above Worthing crosses, and you can come off on either side. This is a good side to come because there's a car park, and then you can get onto it's the Whiston Estate part of the South Downs, and you can get onto this the South Downs Way, and you can stroll up towards Chanctonbury Ring. The last time I came up towards Chanctonbury Ring, I came from the opposite side over at Stenning, and it was also a miserable, grey, wet day, and I seem to choose these sort of days to come out. I've got my comedy hat on, I've got waterproofs on, and all of this. Just passing some huge logs here, which would look rather lovely in my back garden, ready for the Essie for the next winter or so. However, I haven't got time to go and pick up logs, even if they are rather huge. I'm going to go up and see how far we get. Might not make it all the way to Chanctonbury Ring. It depends if the weather comes splashing down on me. Sort of water place here, I think, just beyond this fence and what have you. You might think that on a wet and horrible, miserable day, grey, cold, dark, that there wouldn't be anybody out here. You'd think that you'd only be the only one. It's a Saturday as I record this. You've got the valley there going behind me down towards Worthing. I think there's an airstrip, or there used to be. I remember seeing planes, little tiny planes take off, whether they were microlights or whatever, I don't know. Another signpost here. And of course the South Downs Way, as well as the South Downs itself, is riddled with lots of different little footpaths. So you could go through this gate and weave your way down to Washington, which is down there, and get back onto the A24 if you so wished. But as I say, you might think you'd be the only one. Already I've seen two cyclists. I didn't have the camera ready to record them, heading out. They look very mud splattered. And another walker with his dog. You'd be surprised. You probably won't find families with little children out when it's like this and threatening that it's going to rain at any second. But it's very muddy. But the great thing is, as you get off the mud and onto the chalk, which I am now on, there's a bit of rivulets of water coming down, but actually the ground, the chalk, as we know, absorbs the water. It sinks down so you don't get it. And I love that. There's another footpath up ahead here. Another little tempting path. I'm not going to take that, mainly because the top soil over there is a little bit muddy, but I do hope to get some views for you. walking up the hill parallel to the South Downs Way, which is over there on that tree line, if you can see it. And as I come up, I'm being shrouded now in mist. It's quite invigorating. The scenery is all disappearing. It seems to be coming from the north. The wind is a westward wind. By that I mean it's going to the west. So I always get confused. People do explain it to me. I never quite understand when they say this is a north wind or a south wind or whatever. Do they mean it's travelling northwards, or do they mean it's coming from the north? I ask this question so many times and people tell me, I have no idea. So it's easier for me to say a wind is travelling from the east, going west. Well, actually, I think it's coming this way. So it's coming sort of southwest, from the southwest, from the southeast, travelling the other direction. Oh, it's too confusing, you see? It's too confusing. And if I'm not careful, I'm going to get lost. You see? Nothing. Nothing to see for bloody miles. I'm trapped, I tell you. Trapped. Oh, I'm dizzy now. So the trouble is, if I spin myself around like that, I have absolutely no idea where I'm going, except that, of course, the wind is coming into my face, so I know that's the direction I am supposed to be walking. Is it me, or is it my eyes? In front of me, a murky view of trees, Chanctonbury Ring. Yeah. Is it hoving into view? A place of mystery, a place of worship. There was a Roman temple here. There was a Neolithic or Iron Age ring, earthwork, enclosure, hill fort, whatever you want to call it. And then in the 18th century, Charles Goring from Wiston House planted beech trees in a circle at the top here. They blew down in 1987 and others have been planted. What about that? It's gorgeous, isn't it? And there have been rumours of sightings, strange goings on up here. There's the story of the family of 3, for example, who came up here one day in 1964 and they were having a picnic, and like today the mist rolled in and one of the kids wandered off to hide behind a tree. And he was never seen again. It was rumoured that a creature that lived underneath the ring, I'm making this up, I'm actually making all that up, it's complete rubbish. I'm far too good at that. Let's go in and have a look. It is a wonderful place. Curiously, I've never been when it has been as misty as this and penetrated into its inner sanctum. At different times of the year it has been fenced off when they were planting new saplings. I think not so much to prevent people, but probably to stop deer from eating them. We're going in, we may see something. There may be apparitions. There may be strange sounds, there may be something macabre and peculiar. Or more likely there'll be nothing. These are quite young beech trees. coming into the centre, oops, into the centre here. You see, when you visit a hill fort, it's very, you know, mostly you go on a nice day, don't you? And you think, yeah, it'd be lovely to live up there and look at the views. Just look at the views beyond. Oh, sorry, you can't. It would be lovely, wouldn't it? But this is when you see it from a slightly different perspective. The much more elusive, surreal, atmospheric, and actually, to be fair, quite beautiful. It's raining now and it's time for me to go. Absolutely enjoyed my trip up to Chanctonbury Ring. I thought this was going to be a bit of a dud video because of the weather and everything, but this has really made it for me. Just this coming up here on Chanctonbury Ring in the mist. That's a first for me. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, become a patron, support what I do if you can. A little bit of cash thrown at me, make sure I can put petrol in the car and get out. And I will endeavour to get out on another walk at another time. So thanks so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and I will see you again soon. From Chanctonbury Ring in West Sussex, on the South Downs Way. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Bye bye. Oh golly, it is raining.